live right now. Okay. I thought I'd have to wait to click. Oh no, I guess the stream started. Alright. Here we are. I guess we're starting early today. Alrighty. This is the nickel-plated Condor. I think I accidentally started the stream like 15 minutes ago, and I've just been sitting here doing nothing. But yeah, here I am. I was gonna wait to start till be 9 Eastern. I'm here in Central. I'm just looking at a couple more things here on my other monitor here. Let's see, anything else? Okay, done with that. Okay. I'm just gonna wait a few minutes to get started on what I'm gonna be doing today and stuff, like until 9 or 8 Central, whatever. Because when I click start streaming here on OBS, it's just, I thought you had to click the other thing over on YouTube, their live stream tab, to actually get it going, but I guess it clicked itself or something, I don't know. Pre-activated it, so anyway. Let's see, what was my purchase price, my average price of Netflix? I got in at $482.57. They're currently at $484. So I'm up like $2. Alright, let's see if I can go back to what's Spy doing. Okay. Spy. Okay. Good. About another minute here. Then I'll get started with talking about stuff. I'm saying only 6 matches. That's weird why it's saying last is so obsolete. Here, just a second. Alrighty. It is now 8 a.m. Central or 9 a.m. Eastern. This is the nickel-plated Condor. You guys can call me Jesse, and I'm just going to be streaming for a few hours here. I plan on going till noon Eastern every day, because I'm already sitting here doing stuff, so. Okay, I'm just looking up something here on this other monitor, trying to get something I forgot about on the scanner. See, what does he do? Yeah, you're just supposed to put in last. And then it's over $10, less than that. Okay, now it's working. 13,955. It was showing 6 a minute ago, and I'm like, that's not right, because that's how I configured the other ones. For volume, I don't just want to show anything, so I'm going to do 10,000. There's already a 0. Okay. Any volume. And then we're going to delete this one and add a filter that's actually a study filter. Custom, edit, study, RSI is less than value 30. Save. RSI is less than 30. Okay. Should be it. No. For last is 10. There's no matches. Five minutes. See, now Beyond's on here. So what my scanner is calculating is that on a certain... Oh, you know what? I didn't even configure the whole thing. Edit. I have to go to change this to 5 minutes. Okay, save. Yes, that's what I want. Okay, here we go. So I just want to look at stocks that are low on the 5-minute RSI, like here, and then I can tab through them like this with my arrow keys. So what I'm doing, I just made a scanner here in Thinkorswim. I already had a couple other ones, but I made a new one that used a different time frame. And I just made a scanner that's going to give me stocks that are below 30 on the 5-minute RSI. So here's the 5-minute chart. If they're below this green line, which is a buy signal, it doesn't mean buy when it gets there. It means look into a buying opportunity. BAR, I don't even know what that is. We're low on that also, but no signs of recovery yet. We're still holding under the 180 period moving average here on the 5-minute. They've been in a steady downtrend from 2059 down to where they are now. They had a couple days here. But then we had this price spike and then a lot of heavy volume sell off here. So I'm wondering if that's news or earnings that's not listed here on the chart. So I don't really like that one. Gold. Yeah, I saw this one earlier. I think they're also on the 1-hour RSI scanner as well. Looking for recovery signals there. I want to wait for them to cross above that 180 period moving average on the 5-minute because I want to see if they bounce off the 180 on the day chart. Because on the 1 hour, we actually just broke below that 180 period moving average for the first time in about a week and tried to revisit it here, hit it as resistance, and then fell back off, and now we're hitting new lows. So they could have a bit further down to go. As you can see here in just the last couple of hours, they've slid from $25.99 down about 30 cents. So not seeing any bullish promise there yet. NTDOY, that's Nintendo. I don't like to trade Nintendo because they have a lot of their moves done in after hours. And I haven't looked into this, but I'm assuming that it's because Nintendo is a Japanese stock, I believe. I think it's Japan. Anyways, I'd assume that a lot of the trading for Nintendo is done overseas. So, headquarters of Nintendo is relocated to Hokotate Cho. Anyway, some Japanese stuff. So, I think they were founded in Japan. So, but it's somewhere over there. So, a lot of trading's probably going to be done with the stock when the market in the US isn't open. So that's why I see a lot of movements here. Can't really rely off of the MACD here or anything. Oh, stay's a new one here. They must have just dropped down. They're up to 14.17. They're now to 12.85. What I'm gonna do here, I got an option chain down here on this other screen, and I'm looking to see if any of these stocks have weekly options, and then I'll check the liquidity for those, but I don't see anything. Let me look at stay. So looks like it was earnings on stay. That was yesterday. Positive 19 cents, and they've kind of had a bit of a sell-off, broke down below their 180 MA. On the 1 day, it looks like they'll still be above. It looks like they will still be above the 180 period moving average, but at 1285, they'll be above the 9 as well. But we had this big run up here for a while, so it might be falling off from that now that earnings are over. The 1 hour gives us a bit clearer of a picture with validation. So if you had bought in over here for the earnings run up, low RSI, low MACD, this would have been a really good one, I think, actually. They ran from 11 up to about $14. Again, after earnings, but you probably would have taken profit around here before earnings, because do not want to hold through earnings unless your risk profile is like you'd rather take it to a casino or something, you know. So yeah, not liking this one right now. Our indicator thing just glitched out here, so I'm just gonna go check out. We could do the day. We could do the hour. I want to do the hour. AG is a new one here. Looks like First Majestic. I wonder why their ticker's AG. Let's see, what are they down for? They had earnings a week ago. Ran up to about 12. Falling down now underneath the 180 MA on the 1 hour. I'm not really looking at the 1 minute for any of this. On the 5 minute, we've been holding steadily below that 180 MA, and then on the 1 day, it looks like we're just sitting here in the middle of the MACD. It looks like it wants to cross down possibly, but they're not that far above the 0 line, so it might not be that reliable. Had a lot of volume for earnings, had much more volume for this earnings run up. Looks like they always have higher volume for earnings. Almost every stock has that. These guys do have weeklies though. Alibaba's on here. Okay. I actually swing traded Baba. It might have been like here. 283, 6 or something. Whenever that was, I actually bought a dip and then wrote it up about $5 and then got out. But I only bought a couple shares, so it was like 10, 15 bucks. The market maker move on Baba's $5, almost $6. But what's their market maker move on? Earnings happened. It's just saying the front expiration has a higher IV than more extrinsic value than the back. Okay. Well, we're selling off pretty hard. We'll have to watch Baba for a bottom, but this MACD on the 1 day, they might have a while ago. They could have a couple more weeks of a steady downtrend. Here on the 1 hour, though, they look like the really, really low MACD. I mean, look at this. This MACD is a -7. That's a really, really low MACD there. I mean, up here you had a positive 2.5. This 7.5 just blows it out of the water. I don't know. We could have something there. I'll keep watching, but here, this 1 day is showing me there might be a bit more of a steady downtrend to go. So, we will see there. That was my little pop filter trying to adjust there. Yeah, Baba, they failed. They went and touched their after hours high. Well, they basically sat in the same area the whole time. And now they're kind of selling off there. There was a higher MACD here too. RSI was kind of a mess in after hours, so yeah, I gotta stay away from them for now too. I'm only looking for the perfect setups. I think we looked at BZUN already. Actually, I might not have with you guys. I really like this 1 hour MACD. Look at how smooth this line cross is coming together. This was just a steady downtrend after this big pump up. We could see a small correction, maybe up to the 40 or the 41 range, if we can confirm pretty strongly over this 9-period SMA on the 1 hour. And the 9-period SMA on the 1 hour looks just about like the 180 on the 5-minute. They're calculated differently, so it's going to show a little bit different. But I like to think they're kind of similar. I mean, they're both simple moving averages, calculated off of closes of the same stocks candles. Is MODN a new one? No, Model N. And it looks like I've seen all these before. But BZUN, I kind of like this one. Just this looks really pretty, but I need to see if the other ones line up too. Looks like on the 5-minute, we had a MACD line cross way below, and then we just stayed stagnant. So the only way you would have really made money through here is if you were selling a put spread down here. So if it does nothing, you're going to lose a little bit of that implied volatility and extrinsic value just from holding the options there. Let's take a look at SPY. I'll go over here. The BZUN is still here. I want to go to SPY. So we have the 1-day chart over here for SPY right here. We've had 1, 2, 3 spikes here. This was right after the election, and our open is going to be a couple dollars higher than this close. If you look at the 1 hour here, I'm going to take the Bollinger Bands off. I really need to just get my own, get a separate subchart with that. But yeah, we had our big sell-off here on this day, and then it kind of stagnated, trending up a little bit. But I am seeing MACD lines looking like they want to cross, and this might have just been a settlement period here for a bit before they go further down. But I could be wrong. Here on the 1 day, we might have a little bit higher to go. But the candles are reaching close to the same height as we got on our last big MACD run up here. And that was our head and shoulders breakout here. I love looking at this pattern right here. This is head and shoulders at about 343. Yeah. We had down into here, down through the bottom. So here's the head, here's a shoulder, and they broke up about $9 there. So that would have made you some good money on some weekly options there, no matter what day it was, unless that was through a weekend. I don't know if it was. Let's see here. Looking at my long term right now, which is more like a medium term right now, / short term. I have a certain growth rate goal in my head because I have some people that have lent me some money to invest as well, and I'm trying to grow that at a certain pace for them. So I'm not just holding dividend stocks, I'm doing some passive spread stuff, but the Netflix spread I did a couple days ago, I stopped myself out when I really should have waited. I sold a 470, 460 put spread when Netflix was up here, and they fell all the way down through it, and I'm like, oh, I do not want to hold this. And I saw a 3-bar play on the 5-minute and sold it and got out. When if I had waited an hour longer, we had our MACD line cross, and now they're up. I mean, they're going to open almost $15 above that, above my my sell leg when they were $8 down in the money. So I should have had a bit more lenient of a risk tolerance. Although at the moment I did what I thought was safest, and I wasn't going to risk any more money because my max loss on the trade, if they blew down through 460, was going to be $1,000, because that, well, it would have been about $850 because I took a 15% credit of that spread, so $150. So anyways, I got out of that, but then I ended up placing another spread here. I think when I saw this cross, I just went ahead and did another one. But I did the 460 and the 455, so I went further away. So I went to about there and about there. I'll change the color of the one that I bought to green. Okay. So that green one, the green line, is the option that I bought, and this is the option that I sold, and I got them for this week. So if they stay above 460 by the end of Friday, I think I'll collect it for 500 in collateral. But yeah, I could have executed this a lot better. I mean, even on the 1 hour, here's a 3-bar play in the other direction that I didn't see. So waiting for this MACD. I really like this low MACD on Netflix. It was -9. So yeah, I'm still learning, but hopefully I can share my experiences with other people here too. Okay. Stream health. Stream looks good. This is my second time doing YouTube. Is this the link that I would do? So I want to go to Twitter. So we're opening in about 12 minutes now. Let's see. I'm just going to share my link here. I could probably just do this on Instagram and include a... Yeah, I'm going to do that. Just a sec here. The fastest way that I can send a photo from my phone to my Mac is to airdrop it. But sometimes I'll just see if my Mac shows up. AirDrop. There we go. I want to take it. Let's see here. Actually, no, I could probably just text myself a picture of it because I don't think that worked. Opening in about 10 minutes now. I've got some Condors on SPY. Let me move this down here. Let's see here. Let's not do Twitter. Let's just do Instagram. And then I can have my Twitter notify people that I did Insta so I can just do both. Okay. Can you post something from a computer? I don't know if you can. Figuring things out slowly, but things will eventually be streamlined. Let's add something here. There we go, I can have it go on Twitter. Until 12 ET. And what was the link here? Let me just go. Hopefully I'll be able to get this going up a little bit faster next time. No, not YouTube. There we are. I should be able to go to Insta now and paste the link. Paste. There we go. Okay, got that out of the way. Nothing else there. I'm gonna open up my Robinhood on my phone. I had a bad day yesterday because I tried to play Beyond, and Beyond murdered me. The market maker move was like $15, and they dropped like 40. I actually went out $30. I went twice as far as the market maker move indicator was showing, and I still had my option appear entirely in the money, and I was so mad about that. But I followed my rules. I just took my loss and moved on to the next trade, and then I got into Netflix here, and we're doing pretty good here with my credit spread there. I'm checking my Ally account. The option quotes aren't going to update until we open in 7 minutes. But we'll be able to find out how much we're up on the Netflix ones. They expire on Friday, and Netflix just has to stay above 460, and I'll get, I think, $75 off of that. But I'm risking 500, so overall outlook for SPY, I think we're getting close to a reversal. I mean, we shot up so fast after the election. We are going to open a couple dollars higher today, but it's nowhere near our all-time highs here. I actually have some put spreads in at about 358. I filled them at a bad time yesterday, but we'll see if I can get those to expire on Friday underneath 358. I like the MACD here on the 1 hour. You can see the green line is getting close to crossing over the red line to the downside, and the RSI is over our midway point. It's also over the midway point on the 1-day chart, and then this MACD here as well. While we are not close to a line cross, the bars are starting to get shorter. This one did not grow as fast as this one, and I mean, that's kind of a given considering how high we went on Monday. But nevertheless, I mean, the higher you are, the more likely you are to eventually come back down. So, be watching that here, be watching Netflix. I think Disney has earnings in the next couple of days. And then let me double check my list here. Low RSI on the 5 minutes. Do we have anything showing up? No. Okay, let's try an hour. I think I just did this one. Okay. We still have BZUN. Like I said, I like this move here. If they can, they're kind of getting squeezed between the 180 and the 9-period moving average. I'm hoping that we can break to the upside through the green, and that would be a good long position. We're having a very low RSI right now, and the MACD lines look like they want to cross very low below the 0 line here. I really like that about this play here, specifically on the 1 hour. But if you zoom out a bit, on the 1 day, it's not as good of looking as a movement. We have the MACD is trying to cross above the 0 line. The RSI is a little bit over 50. But nevertheless, in the short term, we might be able to squeeze some small movement out today, like in a day trade or something. But currently, we've seen no evidence that they're done selling off from here. So, have to keep my eye on that, but I do like them if they break through the 9-period SMA on the 1 hour chart here. Next to gold, I looked at gold earlier. They are selling off a lot right now, but I do want to see if they find support on this 180 MA. They did the other day. That was about a week and a half ago, and they bounced off of that. They had a time back here. I mean, this was the stock market crash, I think. Yeah. And we didn't even go that far below it with gold, which was pretty cool. If you held gold, you would have been fine. But I'm not very assured by the crossing MACD lines down here, because although we have the line cross, the lines have stayed down at the same height, and the stock has actually continued to trend down. We had this breakdown underneath the 180 period MA, and then we came back up, found resistance on it, which I did not like the look of, and then they eventually broke down through a new low here, and they're testing this low of 25.51. I will mark out 25.50 as a no-no level, red level here. I'll do 25.51 is as close as I can get it. Okay, so that would probably be short-term sell-off on there. We are approaching it here. Gone nowhere but down since the open here. We have the dotted line here. We've been trending down since then. And it looks a bit more apparent here that we're just failing those levels, trending lower and lower. Next, MODN. This is Model N. What did I not like about these guys? Yeah, so they had their bad earnings, I guess, or people just selling off. They gone from 37.69 the other day, 2 days ago. So Monday, they were at almost 38. And then we had our sell-off for earnings, and we started to go back up, which is something you see with a lot of earnings. If they ever go down a ton or up a ton, you'll see people kind of buy back and kind of try to return to that original level. I don't really like that indicator. It seems kind of false sometimes, because, I mean, look at it right now. The MACD lines want to cross again very aggressively below the 0 line, and I mean, they just wicked down to their new low right here. So they might not be done. So I would mark a low for them, 28.85 right here as a red level. A lot of volume right here, though. I mean, 100,000 shares. Oh, it's because we're about to open here in, let's see, in about 25 seconds. We're going to see our open. So I don't think I'm going to be paying too close of attention to this one. But yeah, I would watch for new lows on Model N. NRGD, this is a new one. I haven't seen this one on here yet. Oh, look at this. During the stock market crash, we were at 304. I wonder if this is some sort of volatility index, because why would this thing have spiked up to 304? I need to look up what this ticker is. That was a loud bell there in my ears. Right at the bell, somebody sold like 5 million shares of GE. It's going to be like a 25, let's see, 5, almost $50 million. NRGD ticker. Microsectors US Big Oil Index 3x inverse. Okay, so this is just an oil ETF that's reflected like that. WPM, was I just doing them? I can do, because now TCEHY, yeah, they're failing hard. Gold immediately going down to that new level. Let's zoom in on the 1 minute here. Let me get the... Look at that. We've broken right down through that level right on open. And it's kind of messed up all of our indicators. We were almost to oversold, and we were almost overbought, and now we're to oversold. So this is a very chaotic movement you're seeing here. It's over 1 million shares traded, just about 1 million. So we'll probably see a bit of a pullback here. I've experimented a bit with Fibonacci levels, but not that much yet. I was thinking about using those to kind of graph out what's happening right here. We kind of had this here. That would be a high level I would check, maybe scalp up if they stayed down for a little while. But you could very well see them break that new low. Let's see. I got to check some options here. I sold a rocket, iron condor. I put in my order on stream for like $19 and it didn't get filled until like 2 p.m. because the price was down at 16 and it went back up to 19, which is where my ask was. It actually spiked all the way up to 27, which was very interesting. And rocket did absolutely nothing on there. So there's gold trying to go back up through that level. Yeah, overall I'm bearish on gold right now because they did just fail that level. They broke it. They're back above it right now, but if they break through this level down here, I might have to adjust the line now. They've kind of almost christened that area. Sorry if that sounds weird, but yeah, that's my new level to the downside, about 25.42. If you want to be super accurate, maybe 25.40. We got a lot more stock showing up here on the low RSI scanner on the 1 hour. Alibaba's on here. Alibaba is just, they're dropping off hard. Their MACD on the 1 day, they might be going down for a while. Real quick, I'm going to take a break from these. I got to go back to my flexible grid and check out what SPY is doing. A bit of a sell-off on open. Same with Netflix. Zoom in on Netflix here. I'm in a swing trade on Netflix. Looks like a sell-off for everybody. Let's check news for, let's just change one to SPY here. I'm not going to look at BABA again for a while until those MACD lines get closer together. Yeah, SPY line cross, watching for the MACD right there. Have to be on the lookout for that. Am I also watching it on my YouTube? I am. I've got it also on my phone, I think. Here, if I close out my YouTube app, is that going to go down to 1 concurrent viewer? I don't know. Anyways, I do not need to worry about this update right now. Bigger fish to fry. So my rocket option is down to 1 cent. It was the 18 and 17 put spread that I sold, and it was also the let's see, let me move it. The 27 and the 28. The implied volatility on the call options were crazy. Is this, no, I want to see the November 13th. That's the ones I had. This 27 up here was worth like $30 or $40 yesterday. So I didn't sell that one by itself because that would have taken like $2,700 of collateral. But I sold this one and bought the 28. So I sold the 27, bought the 28. Now they're both worth the exact same price. So I made like $10 or so on that side. To get that same amount of credit on the put side, you had to go to 18 and 17, which is not near as far. So they did absolutely nothing on earnings. The market maker move was like $3 or $4, but the options were pricing in so much more on the call side there. So anyways, I think I'm going to try to close that out for 2 cents to free up that $100 of collateral. We'll try 2 cents because it's a bid for 0 and an ask for 3. And then I'll put that order in. If that gets filled, we'll be good. Alibaba falls. Yep, I knew that. I have some SPY calls. 358, 359 put spread. So, sorry, it's a call spread, and I'm bearish on it. So, I sold calls to someone. but I sold them somewhere down here yesterday, so I am down on them. They've about doubled. I sold them for about 20, and they're about 38 right now. But as long as they stay under 358, I'll be good to go. If they go up to 50, I'll consider an exit plan, because that will be a large loss there I'm not willing to take there. For anyone wondering, this little gadget down here, the trade flash, I really like using this thing. Even though it's not really something I trade off of. It's just something fun to look at. We're like, oh yeah, look, somebody sold 5 million shares of GE, or somebody bought a ton of Pfizer. I mean, who knows? That could have been the same guy. No idea. They don't tell you that. So watch for SPY reversal. Netflix is trending down right now. Let's see what Netflix is at, though. Is Netflix back up? It's showing... My other thing is showing that Netflix is not really that far down. Okay, so they did have a wick down from 483 down to almost 478. It's about $5 here. But on a $480 stock, that's not even a full percentage point. Actually, it is just about 1 full percentage point. I want to see my mid to short term portfolio is on Ally, and Ally doesn't give you real-time option quotes. So in order, I didn't realize that going in. I'm trying to get my stuff moved back to TD Ameritrade, but I haven't been approved for spreads here yet, and that's what I want to do. I'm not going to do naked options. So I can go to trade here, and I can just construct my Netflix trade. So what I did was, I just want to change it to NFLX, is our ticker here. We're on Netflix already. And I'm going to sell the 460, 455 put spread. So I'm going to sell a vertical. It's going to already have manually put in 460 put 455. And that the mid on that is $35. I sold it for $75 yesterday. So that's $30 overnight. We're probably going to see a little bit of volatility here, because again, the natural is 8 and the mid's 42. So that's the ask. So sorry, that's the bid. So we're going to see a lot of this mid moving around. But one thing's for sure, it's not worth 75 anymore. If you look at the bid-ask spread on here, you're looking at about 15 to 20 cents slippage either side of the bid-ask spread here, and you'd have to fill that twice. So it's going to be a little bit difficult to fill at 44, but I could try to put in a bid at around 30, see if that got filled, and that would get me basically $35 overnight for risking 500. So I'll look into that. Let me get us back over to the SPY and Netflix chart here. Let's watch SPY for a bit here, see what they want to do. I'm going to move them to 1 minute. This is a very solid looking sell-off here. They are kind of testing this SMA, though. I'm going to see. We have our MACD. Yep, there it is right there, I think. Breaking up above. We did have a wick. We did have a wick like this, though, so we have to watch that. If we do break this level here, though, that could be bullish. I might swing a call. On Robinhood, you can't swing options that expire on that day. So maybe not. I'm not going to do anything hasty here in the first 30 minutes, so I'll let the market play out. See, our MACD here is kind of failing. So, if I think we're going to be under 358 by the end of the week, following these indicators, I think we very well could be, because the RSI, we reached right about here last time on the RSI. One thing I learned from watching the TD Ameritrade TV is that you can actually plot charts on your subcharts here. So I can actually put a line down here. I want to take this line and I want to edit the properties of that line. Let me do it here. Mac's been kind of glitchy on me as of late. One thing I'd like to do with enough proceeds here, if I made this channel profitable, is just to upgrade the PC to a slightly better one that's going to be able to not glitch around when doing stuff like this. Oh wait, the name of the trend line doesn't matter. I don't know why I'm blue. Nickel-plated Condor blue. RSI resistance. I don't know if that's how you spell resistance, but whatever. Okay, so we just got this blue line. I like the blue line. That'll kind of give us a bit of an RSI level there. They did have a bit of a sell-off again here on this 1 minute. The MACD lines are getting very close. And, I mean, we can still stay below this blue line on the 1 day RSI and not, move up here. We can still go up to 357 or 358 today. The MACD isn't pointing towards that specifically. Last time we had a big run up, but as soon as the candle started to get shorter, that was right when we had our sell-off. So it's another spike. This just seems like a more volatile, shorter time frame spike of what we saw here. So maybe a bit of a buyback correction here, and then maybe sell tomorrow. I don't know, but we'll see what happens today. There's our test of this level here that I pointed out earlier. The MACD line's getting very close to crossing. This might be your buy signal. The RSI is getting very close to 50, though, on such a small move, though. So the RSI is back up to where it was right on open, so that wasn't a downtrend movement, though, so we'll see. See, that would have been a good call right there, I think. Somebody just bought 2,748 Disney calls. $100 calls. No, wait. Oh, the 100 is just for 100 shares. December 18th, 2020, 150 calls at $300 basically for 82,000 total deltas. So the delta means that is the number of dollars your account would adjust by for every dollar move up or down on Disney. So while he did get 2,748 of them, the delta must not be, I mean, you could probably do some math, or you could just go look at the calls yourself. I mean, I can pull that up on an option chain down here. Disney. What do you say? The December 18th, they aren't even weeklies. I think they're monthlies. So $100 calls. Wait, that's not right. 297. Oh, sorry, 150 calls, not 100 calls. I was doing that. Yeah. So the delta on here is about 29. So yeah, so basically, if everyone is going to give you a 30 or so delta, 2,748 divided by the number of deltas is going to be about that number, I think, is what it is. Anyways, I probably got that math wrong. That's not a good time to buy Disney calls, I don't think. You gotta want to wait for a little bit more in the indicators, unless somebody's really bullish on Disney. We'll see. Let's go to SPY up here. Oops, did you work? There we go. I'm gonna pull into the 5 minute here. Why is Netflix not going all the way over? There we go. So let's see if as soon as our ally here updates the price of the options here. It hasn't been quite 15 minutes since open, so it hasn't updated it because the ally option quotes are locked at 15 minutes late. So, but I can still fill them at real-time prices if I go off a different stock. Pfizer lows. Let's see, Pfizer. Whoa. Must have just been a random wick there. I mean, yeah, they're going down under 38.50. Now, I think the Pfizer news is cool and all, but I think, well, every reaction in the market is an overreaction, right? The thing about Pfizer is that, yes, you have a vaccine that's working at an okay success rate, but that doesn't change the fact that it's going to take months to get it widely distributed. So you can say what you want about, yes, it's coming soon, hooray, but that's no excuse to pump the stock up like crazy and for SPY to go up to 365 almost. And I think people are starting to realize that, and they're like, oh, wait, so it's not going to be ready until like next year, sometime next year? So it's not that I'm like being a pessimist, but if there's an overreaction in the market, might as well take advantage of it, right? Pfizer just broke a new low there. And they're back kind of into the back to their main range now. Now this Netflix spread, let me check it again here, what it's worth. Still here, 42. I'm thinking about how long I could hold it, because if Netflix stays above 460, which is $22 away, I will basically I'll make $75 over the course of 4 days. So about $20 a day, a little bit less. $18.75 or something. Or I could sell it now. I could buy it back now and go ahead and just look for something else to trade. Now, I think if I were to look for something else, I wouldn't really go... I don't know if I would really want to look for something else unless it's expiring this Friday, because while it is riskier and it's got gamma risk, I don't want to worry about holding stuff over the weekend. I kind of like going with a weekend where I'm not really holding as much stuff. The only exceptions I'll make are long time frame SPY iron condors. I'll do those because I can get those filled at good liquidity, and while they do move throughout the week, I do like taking advantage. I have these lines here, this lower line and this top line. These are the top and bottom legs of an iron condor I currently have on SPY that expires, I believe it's Friday of next week. Let's see, November 20th. Yes, that's next Friday. I still have this Weeble alert from like a few months ago about Virgin Galactic stuff. Okay. So yeah, good bullish direction for SPY. You might have been stopped out here, but that's a lot of traffic right there. I don't see any specific news on this. I mean, there's no volume. It's just everybody's deciding to buy now. Rev highs up 27. Oops. I never clicked on that to see what happens. Oh, we can just type in Rev. Yeah, there we go. Revlon. Wait, is that like makeup? What is Revlon? This is here from a day ago. Ron Perelman's Revlon. Plagued by 90 million in mystery bondholders? I wonder if this news has something to do with the spike today. If we can look at... Move this one to window 3. Revlon reports... Oh, it might be this. Aggregate principal amount of 5.75% senior notes due 2021. I don't really understand all this stuff yet. That's a good run up. I mean, look at that. Very interesting. If I was a day trader or a scalper, I'd look into that, but those are things where it's like there's no news on that at all. I mean, if you want it, I mean, let's look at the option chain there. I'm not doing anything on this, but Revlon options are... The bid-ask spread on these isn't bad. It's $20 for the ones at the money. It's 10 right now for those. FPRX hold for volume. Yeah, I don't know why Revlon's going up this much. They're up now 36%. Very interesting. SPY still trending up a little bit. I think I'm going to go with taking one and turning that to Netflix to keep an eye on them. I'm currently in a stock on Netflix. I bought in at a wedge breakout here. There was a line here, like this. Watch that wedge pattern. I bought for the breakout here, and then we had a sell-off here right into close. So I was down on it, and then I was up on it, and now we're down on it again. But long term, I like, let's see here. Netflix has always been bouncing between a couple different channels. If I go to the 1 day, I can kind of show you guys that. On the 1 day chart, you can see that they put in this level of resistance here. This is support. Sorry, I mess up support and resistance all the time. That's support, and they've hit resistance up here at 575. So they kind of been trading between the two. I could probably just play some Condors on both sides, but I already have a play on Netflix right now. So, but yeah, they found support here. They bounced off of it. So whether it's a red or a green day, or a white or a gray day, depending on what color your candles are, I do think we're towards the bottom. We might go down and test this again, but I'm not sure. As long as by Friday they're above 460, you got to go by the indicators mostly. I like to go off the indicators rather than investor sentiment most of the time. Looks like Revlon might be done here. Could see another spike. Very interesting. RSI was up to about 85. Keep scrolling over. There's SPY. I don't know if I need the 1 day on SPY. I can go to the 5 minute. 5 minutes showing you could have MACD reversal trying to hold above there. The 358, 359 calls for SPY are actually trading for less than they were earlier. So the implied volatility of the stock actually isn't moving that much. If they just go back up to 40, yeah. Okay, well this Rocket Iron Condor is gonna be worthless. So that'll make it so I'm up on the day unless the SPY call spread goes up like another $3-4. So we'll have to watch this. The MACD wants to cross. This is just me being bearish on SPY, wanting it to go down or at least get further away from 358 so I make some money. But I mean, they're above here. They're trying to hold above. This is kind of weak. Lots of wicks, lots of volume, and now we're on low volume trying to go back down. So there might be some people waiting to get in for this MACD line cross here. But the RSI is not super low. It was lower here. But this move all the way back into the 45 range on just this, it's a little bit concerning. So this is a very bumpy looking 1 minute MACD, so I have to keep watching that. Revlon looks like they're done. So yeah, I'm up on the day on both accounts, but if SPY ends up bullish today, then I might finish down on the small account. I'm wondering if Netflix Condors would be a good idea. Just between the 5.7, if I went out to 580 and 460, I think those would be really good levels. What is this? 460. I could do 455, 480. So it's a $45 wide. Wait, is it $145? Yeah. If I go to my line drawing tool, go from 455. Oh wait, this is the wrong line. I clicked the line drawing tool. I want this one. We went from 455 to 475. Yeah, that's a $120 wide spread. But they've been staying within that channel for a long time. I mean, I can zoom out even more, and I think they may have even found this. Yeah, you can see they've had, this has been their support level for a long time. This has been their resistance level for a long time. They got really close to breaking through it this time. Who knows? They might still try to go through it. So here's an open they say above 460. It's always best to take the most probable side of the trade. And if they found resistance and support in the past, might as well assume they won't break through that. But then on the breakout, you can try to trade some stuff. Here's a line crossing MACD on the 1 minute for SPY. Revlon hasn't moved for a while. I believe they're halted. Very interesting. Okay, that's just a fun little thing. Yep, halt for volume up 15%. Let's look at just some other stocks here today. Apple's up about 80 cents. $1.80 if you count after hours. Facebook. Not Facebook. I like looking at the FANG stocks. Facebook is up 1.63%. Oh, did I say $1.60 for Apple? That might have just been 1.6%. Facebook's up 4.16. Apple is up. No, they are about $1.50 right now. They just sold up. Whoa. What's happening here? Let's double check our Netflix. That's a big breakdown. Netflix is not near as bearish, but it's a bit more volume. Or it's just a lot of people. Very interesting. Well, they did blast through this level really fast, but I feel like they had to go down a lot to actually make it down to that level. That could just be a lot of people deciding at the same time that was a sell signal. Maybe some people pulled the trigger on their sell-off. They're like, you know what, I just want out. I'm actually back down to break even on my Netflix share here. Wait a minute. That's not right. I bought mine at 482.57, so I'm down $3 on it. It hasn't updated yet. Yeah, this ally thing's kind of slow. On the bright side, my my SPY calls are going down, which is what I want. Because I'm selling that as a spread. I wonder if I could buy it back now and then sell a cheaper one, so I'm not risking the same amount to the upside. I'm only up 4% on the small account, though. I want to do something else. I kind of owe it to the smaller account to go a little bit faster. Well, I shouldn't be impatient. Yeah, I don't see news on this. Oh shoot, it's because I'm on Netflix. I gotta move to SPY. Indices are trading higher. Okay, that's the last headline is just, oh look, we're trading higher today. Oh, you don't say. Actually, no. We actually are still up about 0.3% today, but that was a big sell-off. I'm gonna go back to SPY here. I really love the look of that Netflix channel, though. It's so pretty. Just seeing the support and the resistance being put in so solid. I'm really liking that. So, let's see here. So yeah, not seeing news on that. It might just be a lot of volume. I need to get better at thoughts on Brawl Stars nerfing Amber. I didn't have this thing open. You know, everybody kind of had it coming. Every time a new brawler comes out in Brawl Stars, they kind of play around. They'll give them a little bit of a buff, like Gale, Surge. I mean, there's kind of a pattern here. All the Trophy Road brawlers, all the new brawlers since Trophy Road have had to be nerfed one way or another. I mean, you had Jackie, Leon. I know Primo's been back and forth, but he hasn't really been buffed as much. But yeah, Amber was just, I mean, if you could get Amber to if you could get her to 600-700 with just the gadget, not even power 10 pretty easily, then you know you have maybe a little bit too overpowered of a brawler there. I liked it. I pushed her pretty far at power 7. I got her to, I think, 600 something. But yeah. How do I look at my subscribers? So, yeah, I saw that big volume sell-off on SPY. They broke this level here of 355.75, so I'm going to watch that level closely. After this stuff calms down a bit, I'll run through the scanner again. But I'll watch them through that level. Looks like people are trying to buy it back pretty fast here, so we'll see what happens. But again, they're still up on the day. They're still up $1.53 on the day, so this could just be a correction from that. Some people deciding, oh, maybe I should take profits now. So yeah, we'll see what happens there. Netflix, they are trending down a bit today. They're up 0.23%, so they're underperforming the market by about 50%, but they did outperform them yesterday. So if they move about the same direction as SPY, I'm just hoping that we can see Netflix stay above 460 by the end of the week here. If we zoom out on Netflix, we can actually take our line drawing tool and draw from the current price, which is about 481. Let's just say it's that. I don't know exactly what it is. It says 480. Yeah, it's 481. And I can drag it down to here to show that move. And it looks like that would be, well, actually, no. Here, I got to draw it from the bottom. 460 up to this price, 4.63%. But I want to know how much it would be going down. I don't know if it showed me negative if I went from the top. But that would be a $22 move. What I like to do sometimes is, say I have a stock that expires right here on this day, and the price, I sell an option that's right here. I want to graph out from the time I sell the option, that strike price, to the expiration. So basically, I would be drawing a line down to where they need to stay above until expiration, and the steeper the incline of that line, the higher your odds are of making it out of that trade. So if I sold something that expired, well, Netflix stuff doesn't have Tuesday expirations, but I'm just doing this as an example. If you had sold a 495 put spread right here, the further that Netflix is away from this line, that could imply how the price of your option may have looked during that time. It would have finished above, but it would have been down below that line for a while. So that line is basically showing you, actually, you think you'd have to drag this up to actually the stock price, because that would show you if you ever go below that line, that means you probably didn't sell it for the best deal, unless you kind of considered that line to be more of a parabola. If you're trying to factor in the rate at which theta occurs, the rate at which the option decays, it might actually look more like a curve, like this. But I like to do that line just for visualization. I don't know what I just did. There we go. So I bought Netflix here when they broke out of this here. Yeah, I'm going to hold for a while. I should have probably just day traded and gotten out there, but Netflix is still at the bottom of a long-term channel right now. I pointed that out earlier. If you go to the 1 day, this has been their support at 460, 465-ish, and their resistance has been up at 575. They hit all-time highs here once, but then they also tested it again. So they could go up that high in the next month or so. So I'm hoping they don't decide to go back down and test this level again. That'd be a lot easier on my nerves. So we'll see. Look at all these big delta trades here. We sold 10,000 EFA, November 20th, $68 puts, 305,000 deltas. So every dollar that EFA went down, he'd make $305,000. Holy crap. These deltas are ridiculous. What are these people doing? See, sometimes I understand it, but I don't see any buying calls here. So this isn't just some guy YOLOing something. He's not just saying, oh, you know what, I'm going to sell, see, 8,550 times 2, you're looking at almost 17,100? 17,100 calls at 130. So you would need 17,000. Let me do the math here. So first off, it's 8,550 times 2, 17,100, times 100. No. Uh-oh, here I see something. Look, this is 52.5. This is 55. This is February 21. This is November 20. So The deltas, one of them is actually, they look like they're both positive deltas, but these calls that he sold here, maybe these weren't the same guy, but sometimes if you see a big sell and a big buy, you're like, oh, that's just a big order of debit spreads or something. Here's another MACD line cross on SPY I'll be watching. Netflix rebounding. Oh boy, here, let me zoom in on this. They're back up above there. They're confirming low on the MACD. That's good. SPY overall outlook hasn't changed in the last 5 minutes. It's still this. And yeah, we'll go try that level again. But 17,100, let's just say it's a 52 and 52.5. So what's the midpoint between 55 and 52 and a half? That would be about 53 and 3/4, or is it 54.5? Let's just say 54. That would be 53 times 53.75. You would need $919,000 of collateral to sell all of these spreads. Wait a minute, that's not right, because I didn't multiply it by 100. Actually, you would need $91 million. That's a lot of money right here, tied up in collateral for Coca-Cola options. So whether or not it's all with the same guy, I mean, maybe someone out there has almost $1 billion that they're just going to go put, I'm just going to put about 1/10 of my account into this, Could be Warren Buffett. Who knows? Warren Buffett likes to, it could be Warren Buffett selling covered calls on his stuff. I don't know. If he still owns a ton of Coca-Cola, be very interesting. Netflix, testing new highs here. I'm going to mark out this level, but when I mark it, they'll probably have broken through it already. Right here, the 484 level. I like that level to the upside, as that was a resistance we were met with earlier at open. I'll edit the properties and change the color to green, because that's always like a buy signal there for me. Yeah. MACD line cross here again on SPY. Last time we got one, we uptrended for a little bit and then immediately head back down. So we could see the lines cross and us head all the way back up to this resistance level, and that be the top of our MACD. So have to watch that closely. Let me double check my Twitter. Here goes Netflix through the 384 level. See if they want to break through there. But yeah, I'm currently down on my Netflix share. But again, I'm holding it. I could probably hold it up to the 500 level, maybe even past that up to 575. If they were to make that long term, I have to decide whether or not that's going to be worth the allocation of my capital to actually hold it that long. So if I had enough money, I could just buy Netflix and sell covered calls. I want that to be my end game strategy, is just buy 100 of all the stocks I like, sell covered calls, make sure enough of the stocks that I like paid dividends. Then you're good to go for life. You have $1 million in there, you can sell covered calls on $1 million worth of stuff, get 40K, 50K worth of dividends every year, and then you're raking in the covered call, which is absolutely crazy. You get squeezed out of your call, it goes above, you've guaranteed profit because the call you sold is only going to go through if you make a ton of money. And if you do get exercised out of it, yes, you would have missed out on a bit of extra profit, but you're guaranteeing enough. And you can just go to selling puts. So then you can sell puts every time you're wrong, you make money. But if you're right, you get those shares back at a discounted price. So that, on top of the dividends you eventually get, that I think is a really good strategy. You could probably make, well, with dividends, you're making about 4% a year. With covered calls, you're making a lot more a year if you're going about 5-10% away from the price, just doing weeklies or something. There's always a good middle ground. You could do debit spreads. That's what I like to do right now, so I can do basically the same thing as covered calls, but if I lose, I kind of lose a bit more money now, but I didn't need the capital to own the shares in the first place. So I can kind of do something like that. Let's see here. Yeah, so credit spreads are basically like covered calls, but you're risking less money and you can collect about the same amount of profit. You're risking more. It's a higher percentage chance of loss. You lose more when you actually when it goes against you, but you're taking way less capital to do that thing. So it comes out ahead of covered calls if you pick the right percentage risk. What was I going to look up here? I was going to look up my Twitter to make sure that my Twitter link worked to get me over to my YouTube live stream, because I did it on Instagram and then had Instagram have it due to Twitter. So let's see if it works. Live stock market trade stream. State by State Worlds versus Families. Warren Buffett by himself in Nebraska. Yeah. So if I click this, is it going to take me to my stream? It's loading currently. It might be hard because I'm doing the stream already on here. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's working. Good. It says 3 people watching now, but I'm not sure if one of the other people watching is my phone monitoring the stream, and then two of the viewers might be me for all I know. Might just be me, and then I think it's my dad. Brawl Stars. I'm just gonna put something here in the chat so they know I got a response. Amber was OP. Everyone saw the nerf coming. Okay. I think we're good on that. I'm going to close this out. Actually, let's go back to Robinhood and see. So, even if SPY decides to stand still, I mean, here's MACD again. I mean, this is really weak looking. The RSI is still kind of low. So, it's getting really low on the on the 5 minute. So, I mean, but the MACD lines are getting further apart. So, we're probably not done going down. Best case scenario, we stagnate where we are right now. Netflix bounced off of the 484 level. It looks like they poked through it, but it looks like we have sellers up here in this cloud here. I'm going to consider this a cloud because it's a big black box area. Nobody's up here. But I can actually put some text and just put it here. Sellers. I got the arrow. I'm just going to do that. Click OK. Sellers. Let's change this back to my normal cursor so I'm not going to set off a ton of indicators and stuff when I click this. I'm going to command edit properties. The arrows to the left. We want it top. There we go. I noticed that the arrow orientation direction of this thing is actually messed up. So if you notice that, look here. Command this, edit properties, alignment. When you do alignment, I click left. Okay, I click OK. It doesn't necessarily say if the arrow's on the left, text on the left, what. You click OK. Okay, the arrow's on the left. All right. So that must mean that the direction I'm picking, come on, let me select you here. No, not the price level. Can I Command Z? No, I can't. Okay, let's move back down. So when you're clicking the alignment, that must mean that you're choosing what side of the text you want the arrow to be on. So let's go to edit properties. Let's see, I want it to point down. I want it to point to the bottom. So let's click OK. And it puts the text on the bottom and as you point up. So unless they're talking about it from a different direction, maybe that is the direction you were pointing at it. No, that's still not right. That's still wrong. I don't know. Maybe there's something I'm missing, but I'd think it would be the other way. So you're just showing what side the arrow's on. So I want it to be on. The alignment is top. So maybe that means I'm on the top. I don't know, because that would show that when you're on the left, you're on the right. So it's backwards. I don't know if I must be missing something. But I think it would be the other way. Anyways, there we go. So here are the sellers. That's where they're meeting them. 484. Just about there. People are selling here. So this is like a wall of sorts where in order to get through this, there are going to be a lot of buyers that will have to chew through that level. Let's change the color to blue. Nickel-plated Condor blue. There we go. So there's sellers. Buyers, I mean, there's not really a specific buy level. I mean, you had this there twice. So you could mark this. This is a really crazy wick down, so I don't know if I would go off of that specifically. I mean, you can go to maybe there as our level. And then that would be our buyers. And then this is kind of like the battleground. This is where they're fighting over excuse me, which way they're going. So let me get one more. I'm going to put the text in here just for the sake of visualization, because I can't, I don't have enough time to just revisit this and talk about it every 5 minutes. So if I put the text in here, somebody that, if I can get to the text, I can just set it here. Somebody can see it. Buyers. Okay. And then we'll edit the properties of that. I wonder if anybody that does Thinkorswim on Windows will have to let me know if it's easier to configure this stuff, because with Mac, you accidentally see how that thing closed out. I didn't click anything. I just tapped my finger on the mouse. It's on the magic mouse, so it's really odd. I'm just gonna do Command Edit Properties of Text Note 2. Did I make 2? Just a sec. Size blue. No, color blue. I'm going to have it point to, we're pointing at it from the bottom. Okay. Yeah, so we do have 2, so we're going to delete this. See that thing? It's a little bit frustrating here on Mac. I wish it worked, because I really like Mac. I got Mac to do Logic Pro, so I'll probably keep it even if I upgraded the computer. That's one of the first things I want to do if this stream takes off. I'd like to upgrade my computer. I'd probably do a Windows one. I could just go build one for a really good deal. I know you could just go get a pre-built, but I know you can build a really strong system for a good deal if I did a Windows system. So, I mean, this Mac, I paid $1,000 for it because it has, I bought it back in, what was it? It was less than a year ago. And it comes with everything. It's got your mouse, it's got your keyboard. I didn't have to get anything else. It's got the display built in, which is a 5K display. That 5K display by itself from LG is more than this computer. So it was a great deal for the components I was getting. So $1,000 sounds like a lot, but $1,000 on a Windows PC would get you even more, though. I mean, you'd have to buy a standalone monitor, and I'd probably do that as well. But I already have some of those. I mean, so I don't need to go get new monitors and stuff. The monitor I got, I didn't even pay that much for. So it's not like it's money that I spent before that's not being factored into the budget. No, I don't have a $300 monitor sitting around. Oh, so I don't have to put that in my budget. I bought it already. No, but you could take $1,000, get a really good PC build. I've actually got a dream PC build I'm thinking of. It's $4,000, but that's another story. That's at 1 million subscribers, right? Something like that. Spy, they wicked up above that level once. Oh, why is the mouse not following it all the time? It was just sitting like that. I had that happen sometimes in yesterday's stream. Yeah, looking at the 5 minute, you can see that we wicked up, and this wick was kind of us testing that 9-period SMA. This is a simple moving average, for anyone wondering which one this is. It's 5 minutes, and it's a simple moving average on the 9-period. And it looks like, ooh, SRNE. That was on our losers list the other day. Sorrento, I think it is. Yeah. There you go, guys. I mean, they were beat down a ton, so there was a buying opportunity back in, but this is a lot of volume. Look at that volume. You got this is what, 4 million almost up here? 3.5? Is there news? After FDA headlines. Well, this was their earnings. Now FDA headlines are back up to 7. That would have been a great buy. 14% from here, but if you graphed it from the bottom here, say that I zoomed in here and thought, oh, you know what? If I thought, you know what, they break through this high, I think they found their bottom, you could do that up to there. That's 31%. So that's pretty good right there, I think. Every dollar, you get 30 cents. So if you put $100 into Sorrento, that's $30 right there. Not bad. I would probably have exited by now. I wouldn't wait to see if they hit support or something. I'd probably get out right now. Because you never want to do anything. You never want to hold stuff like that, because you'll just be a bag holder if they go down to 5 or something. But if it's FDA headlines, I mean, sure, it could be something. But yeah, we'll check back on that later. Let's look at what was that one brand I looked at earlier that Revlon. No, Revlon. It's lowercase L here in Windows. Revlon. Rev. There we go. Yep, spiked up at 12, and we haven't seen that level since. Good sell-off here. So somewhere on that spike, I mean, that would have been a good time to sell some calls up here. Those things are probably going to explode in price when you see these volume ticks. And if you pin the top or at least get somewhere where you're like, yeah, it's not getting there. Thanks for paying me, 80 some bucks for it. So that's something that could expire by Friday. But it would have kind of had to been a spread unless you were buying the puts, and the puts don't go down in value that much because a lot of people price in. It's probably not going to go up forever. But there is going to be sometimes a little area there where you can get a better than normal deal. I'm just checking some news here. Nothing new up here. U.S. indices trading higher is the second to last headline we've seen. Said that even a 15% increase in mask wearing throughout the U.S. could save $1 trillion in economic losses and avert future shutdowns. I mean, there you go. If that's the evidence somebody needed to be like, I don't know if I should, I don't know if I want to wear a mask. I mean, your contribution can do a lot. So, I mean, I got COVID back in, I think it was August. I don't know how long the immunity period is, if that's a thing, but yeah, not sure yet. It's still all up in the air because this is so new. But yeah, I had it already, but I'm still wearing a mask all the time because I need to show that I respect other people. While it doesn't seem extremely necessary all the time, we don't know if there's like a recovery period where, yeah, now you can get it again. So, yeah, better safe than sorry, right? I mean, let's see, nothing here. Nothing there. I might have to take a break here in a minute and go run and get some food. I'll bring it back up here, but I'll have to mute the mic while I'm eating because I tried eating cereal up here yesterday and it was kind of loud. So yeah, SRNE's up. Let's see, is any like halt in SRNE or anything? Got a bit of a reversal now. I'd be surprised if they test the 725 level, but I've only been trading since the bottom of the crash, so you never know. All right, I am going to run to get some food real quick, get some water, and when I'm back, we'll run through this list of some low RSI scanners, see if there's any high opportunity stuff to place some trades today. We will have to look into that. Alrighty, well, I will keep it on this screen, see SRNE, see if they do something. Got SPY. I'll throw Netflix on here, actually. You guys can watch that. See if the sellers are able to actually hold that level there. And maybe move this one to the 1 minute here while I'm gone. Okay, I will be right back. Let me mute this and... Okay, I am back, but I am going to have to mute it again when I'm eating. Looks like Netflix didn't do anything. Sorrento failed the 9. Spy testing, there's resistance. Higher MACD, now higher RSI, so this could just be a refuel for another downtrend, but I'm gonna put in their new level of support here. 355-ish, 355.11, and then we'll call this green one. Normally new support becomes new resistance, but this time it looks like we wicked through it just about as much as we did the first time. We'll see if this is actually, if they're actually going to hold this time. Could have just been another wick, but we'll have to see there. My account is reflecting that. The Rocket Condors back up to 3. What's Rocket doing? Really nothing. Try to close it at 2. I'll just try closing it at 3 because it hasn't filled. And I'd rather have that collateral freed up now. I made like 16 bucks overnight. So you order 16 over 17, knowing that I could also have the money to play something else today. It's worth the opportunity cost of $1. Try filling at 3. We're not going to get filled at 3 either. Come on, man. Just like yesterday. Price went back down to 2 now. It's still not filled. Anyways. If SPY stays below like the 356 level by the end of the day, maybe 357, I think my account will, my small account will finish green. Netflix, ooh, Netflix is testing that high also. So, watching that, and then that would make my Netflix, oh yeah, down to 27. Wait, no, this is SRNE. No, this is Netflix. Yep, okay, good. Down to 27, guys. That's $40 overnight. So, I will have to look into closing that today and see if I could close it for 40, close it at 25. But if I can't close it at 25, I might just be better off holding it through Friday, and if they stay above 480, I'll get all the money. So, unless I see another trade, I should probably just keep it there. We'll check out the scanner here. There's your MACD on SRNE. This would be a good short, I think. Or at least showing that the trend's over. Alright. I'm going to mute for a minute so I can eat some here, but I will be here just a minute here. I'm looking to see if Netflix will hold above this level. They're kind of trying to chew through that price level of 484.20. So, yeah, I'll have to watch that. There's Netflix. I like that. You immediately jump up like $2. Those options. Looks like Netflix's Breakout was short-lived. The RSI went down pretty fast, though. They're already down to almost 50 with just that little drop, so I think they still might trend down now that you're validating underneath that moving average, and the MACD lines are getting ready to cross there. I'm almost done with my cereal. Just give me another minute here. Looking at the MACD on SPY on the 5-minute there, I'm looking to see we might have a reversal there. We might have seen our bounce off the 180 MA already there. On the 1 minute, I can switch to 5-minute here real quick and see if we see anything different. Oh, we're close. On here it's showing that we're above it. Might be coming back down. We'll see this key level here. See what happens there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Revlon, are they up again? Ah! Rev, right? Whoa! I didn't even see that. Holy cow! Wow. Okay. uh... Alrighty. I'm done eating here now. I'm watching Spy here. I'm wondering if, I really don't know which way we're going to be going today. Georgia Secretary of State to announce a hand recount of votes. Alrighty. Well, we have that. We have Revlon. Spy kind of doing nothing today. Up about $1.75, but just going back and forth all day. So Netflix looks like they're currently just about the same as the market. If we zoom out a bit here, you can see that. So the sellers gave up for a minute, but then I think the buyers also decided to take some profits. So alrighty, let's go to our other charts tab here with these four, and let's just start working through these stocks here. This is the 1 hour low RSI scanner. I think we saw these guys earlier. They're still trending down. Don't like these very much. HBB, this is a new one. Looks like just bad earnings. But it looks like we're seeing the MACD wanting to recover there. Haven't really done much today. I don't like the option chain on this one. Yeah, they only have monthlies. Okay. Not here. AEM, this is a new one. They're down still. Yeah. Some of these are like trending like downward angles, like over the last few days. And I don't think those look as good on the 1 hour. I want to see something that's not just like a consistent, all right, time to sell. I want to see something that's like maybe they might be ready to come back here. Gold, well, they broke that low. They hit a new low, but they didn't shoot down through it quite. Still waiting for a reversal on them. Not really any clean runs there. Here's RBA, the Richie Bros. They're just constantly lowering on the RSI there. Looks like they had a huge run up after an earnings announcement. That looks like that's what sent them going. Still only have, I got the hiccups or something. Looks like they are back about to where they were before that announcement. They had that earnings run up over the last week. Very cool. This looks like way low traffic. What is this? I don't even know. I don't like the look of this one though. Options for an at the money call. The bid is $10 and the ask is $510. You're looking at $2.50 of slippage on either side. Yeah, let's not. This Newmont, they look like they might break down through their 180 MA there on the 1 hour. What stock was it that I was looking at? I don't like these. Oh, maybe that one. Do they have news? Here, I'm going to add a new, here we go. I'll move this up so you can still see that. There we go. Morgan Stanley adjusts this from 29 to 30. Okay, maintains equal weight. That's at 816. So they moved it up to 30. So, I mean, yeah, they're still selling off from something. I think they were overvalued at one point. GBT. Looks like a biotech. Down today. Don't really like that one. The earnings broke down below their 180 MA, so that could be a long bearish trend. NPSNY, that's a new one. They're down below their 180 MA. That reminds me, I'm going to make a new scanner here while I'm on stream. As soon as I'm done looking for these, I'm going to make one here. That one looks promising. Churchill Capital. The way it's kind of trending up today. Not a ton of volume. Yeah. APD. They had a big sell-off there in after hours on earnings. Could be a rebound. OCFT. They had a run up after earnings, kind of stagnated, and then the big sell off today. Not really any news as of recent. Hold a meeting on December 10th. Yeah, that's not very. November 5th, so like last week, is it a $28 price target from Citigroup? Okay. VITL. Oh, they might have been a good one if they stayed above their moving average. Their 9 MA on the 1 hour. That one would have looked really good. COHR down below and EGAN. They look like they could be something here. If they find a bottom, it might be something to buy back up to 17-ish. Okay, I think that's it for that. I'm gonna make the scanner here in a sec, but that just reminded me. I want to look at Beyond and see what they're doing today. They're getting up close back to 130 again. I sold a 130, 128 put spread on Beyond before their earnings, and it exploded. Well, now they've rebounded so much, I might have been better off holding on to it. Although I wouldn't have been able to play Rocket earnings or anything. SPY is back down through that level, so is Netflix. Netflix testing their 180 MA. Netflix is currently, well, they're actually tied with the market at 0.45%. But I would give SPY the upper hand here, just because even if they both sell off, Netflix outperformed the market yesterday. So Netflix has a bigger potential move to the downside today, percentage-wise, when compared to SPY. So let's change from EGAN. I'm not going to do this one anymore. Let's just change this one to SPY for a minute. And I'm going to let's see our Netflix put spread. Is it worth nothing now? Is that a joke? No, that's BZUN. Yeah, that's not right. NFLX. And let's go to the 460 sell vertical. I've got it down here on this other screen. The ask is back up to 85. So, man, that thing moves around like crazy. There's some news on Netflix or something that would make people more bullish on it, bearish on it. No, I don't see anything. Okay, well, I'm going to keep that for SPY, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go make a new scanner. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to click here, and I'm going to go to Create Scan Query. And I'm just going to call this SMA 180 bullish trend. Okay, so what we're going to do with this one, we'll do the same ground rules for my other stock. We'll do last is over $10. Okay, that can be anything. Stock the volume can be over 10,000. I want to make sure I get good ones there. And then what we're going to do here, we're going to add another indicator one. I'm going to close that one. I'm going to add a new filter. I'm going to do for study. I'm going to go to custom here. So I'm going to bring up this window here. I can do edit. I can do value, price, open. I want the price to open is greater than study simple moving average, and we'll make sure that it's the 180 period simple moving average. So if the open of a stock of any candle is greater than the simple moving average, the 180 simple moving average, we'll get an alert. Save. This might be... I don't need to worry about that. Let me click OK. I might have to change one thing on it. But let's see what this does. SMA bullish uptrend might show a lot. Yeah. So when we're above this, it's going to show, yes, any that's above the 180 MA. But the thing that I forgot to change, I edited one of the values wrong. We're going to edit this. We have to change one little parameter about our study indicator here. We need to edit this and make sure that it's not greater than, crosses above. Save. Let's see if that worked. Okay. Save. Scan query. Yes, we're going to override it. So now we can just go, okay, let's go back to the low RSI scanner. And now let's refresh it and go back to the 180 SMA bullish trend. Here we go. So if it crosses above, the new open is above that, is basically what it means. It means we just got a candle to open above that 180 period moving average. So we can use that on the 1 day of a stock. So that might be like a time to sell some debit spreads or something. But we can also use this if we want to check any big ones. Like here's one I'm noticing down here, Dish. Is this Dish Network? Yeah, Dish Network. They're opening above. So this is a nice scanner. I like this one. I think I'll look through this a bit. I like the look of those. Dominoes. You know what? Dominoes. I wonder if Dominoes would be a good pickup here. Because I feel like with quarantine stuff eventually coming back, I think it's inevitable at this point. I mean, we're not anywhere really close. So yeah, I mean, would they be a good pickup? I don't know. Good long term, I think they just crossed above here, found support there. They're looking to cross above it here on the 1 hour as well. It might be a good one. To put them on a watch list or something, you know, maybe I should just paper trade, pick up a share. I could pick up a real share. I'll just do it. Dish. So the reason why this works is because you want the when it crosses above or below that simple moving average, you can do it on a lot of different time frames. It doesn't have to be just the 180. It can be the 9, it can be the 10, the 20, the 50, the 100, 180, 200, any of them. It's the idea that when you're above or below that line, while it is lagging behind, can kind of indicate whether or not you're about to start seeing an uptrend. Why did it go there? Did I go through the whole list? Nope, we still got more. ADC. We'll sort by last percentage. ACLS. Alrighty, I think I'm done looking at this indicator for now, but I do like this scanner, so I think I'll keep an eye on that. go to Spy here. Both Spy and Netflix are at about half a percentage point up right now. Netflix. Oh, do you guys see this in Netflix? Look at Netflix. Do you guys see any patterns forming there? I'm actually seeing the pattern be broken right now. That would be a short. Look right here. That's beautiful. Look at that line. I mean, on here it looks good, but this, it's you could change it a little bit. Either way, it looks like they just failed this level. Come on. Just need to move to that. That might be a sign of a fail down there. We'll see. Market liquidity starting to slow down a little bit. You're seeing the volume go down on SPY. If we went to the 1 hour, let's do the 5 minute. Look at that volume. Almost trending down. It's kind of funny. Look at this. This probably isn't going to work, but like, you could draw a trend line in the volume. Look at that. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at the trend line on our volume. That's splendid. Oh. Alrighty, let's check out. Okay. We're good here. My Robinhood account is probably going to finish green if we can stay below the 356.5 level today. So we might see a break above there. I put this as a joke. I'm deleting this. Remove drawing. Right now we're seeing some Georgia's elections. Final election result will be announced in state on November 20th. Okay. Netflix failed through that level. There's your short. Man, I'm tired. Should probably just go take a nap after I'm done with this, huh? Spy testing that top level. Now, while this is the 180 MA on the 1 minute, over here on the 5 minute, it's kind of serving as this type of channel thing here. So about the same. We'll have to see what happens here. Yeah, that Netflix option's going back up in price. We're back up above what we sold it for. What I'm going to do with my Netflix thing, I'm just going to go get an order ready to sell it at 25, buy it at 25. It's nowhere near that right now. But, trade these. That's one big thing. Debit of 40. No, let's try a debit of 30. See if that works. Preview order. So, while it's a debit of 30, it's probably not going to get filled because it's very, it's changed a lot in the last 15 minutes. And my option quotes over here are like, oh yeah, it's worth 27, go ahead. But really, as soon as you get on there, you're like, oh, well, it moved a lot. What? What? Wait a minute. 460, 455. Oh, it was these. I was doing the wrong date. Just a second here. It was actually worth 23. Okay. So I filled it at what then? It took me a second to fill it, so I think the price might have changed to an amount where I don't know what I filled it at though. Where is my order status? Executed at 30, so alright, well, yeah, I just opened the wrong expiration date. I thought that my thing was going back up. No, it was down to like nothing. Good, good. So we're up 50 bucks on the day now. 45 with that. Netflix trade, and then I actually have a share of Netflix that I'm gonna keep holding, even though they did just break down through this channel. That's something that, like, if I'm not gonna worry about it. Spy though is they're testing right here. Extend to the right. There we go. Did it clone my lines? I don't know why it thinks I have so many here. I think I drew 4. Okay, whatever. Move this back up. Okay, there we go. Something like that. And it looks like we're about to go up and through it. I think what I'm gonna do here on Spy on my little account, I'm going to hedge my current position because I do not want to go red on the day. And instead of selling out of my other one, I'm actually going to sell a put spread just for a bit here. Stop that, please. There. Okay, so to hedge against it, I could just do 355. Gonna sell. Where am I gonna get a $200, a $15 difference? I can go all the way down to 350 and 349 for 13 bucks. See if I can get filled at 13 quick before the breakout. There we go. Okay, so I got filled with a put spread. So I can still make all the money on both sides. I just want to lock in a bit of profit now on the put side, and if it starts to go back the other way, I can close out whatever side is up. So I went all the way down to 350, and that's for Friday, so 2 days. My rocket will not, the rocket play will not fill. I really wanted it to fill because, I don't want to pay $4 to close a Condor that's worthless. The bid-ask spread is just so bad. Well, I'll keep watching that. I got an Askin to fill it at 3, so. I basically locked in my profit for the day, though. Because if it goes up, my puts will make money. If it goes down, my calls will make money. And if it stays the same, I'll make a little bit in some implied volatility farming stuff here. But yeah, here's a break above that mental level. I think we could see some pushes up here. Netflix still sitting still in this channel, though. Their MACD line's about to cross, so they are looking like they want to go up. SPY's heading up now, although their MACD is showing they might not go that much higher. We could see 356.50, maybe a bit higher. There's Netflix right there. A bit of a bullish move up. Good for my share, I guess. See if SPY keeps going. I think I can, I want to place another Condor play on somebody. I don't really have enough capital to feel comfortable doing Netflix right now because I really want to have it really small trade sizes. A big confirmation for SPY there on the 5-minute. That's looking like might be something bullish there starting. I wonder if I should do something else bullish. Might be too late. I think the prices of the options are probably like too high now. Netflix might be one. Their MACD looks a little weird here. I don't know about that. I'll just watch them here. That's a nice breakout, I guess, for SPY. My Robinhood's going down a little bit. Oh, you know what? It's because I didn't get as much credit on the put side. I have 2 call spreads and then 1 put spread, so I'll still make more money if it goes down. Alrighty, well, I have to run to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back in about 5 minutes, and then we will get ready to wrap this thing up, place a few more trades, maybe find something else to do. So, okay, with that said, I will be back here in a couple of minutes. Okay, we are back. Looks like Spy broke out. Netflix rebounded. This is not gonna be good for the little account. Little account is leaning slightly bearish. Yeah. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that. This might be all from the breakout. I don't know. We got weakening MACD on the 5-minute. Or that might be another white bar. We don't know. But Netflix is going up too as well. So that's going to be good for our bigger account. Let's see. Let's refresh this. We're only up like a couple dollars on our Netflix share. Alrighty. That's Spy Condor. We're up $7 on it. And then the Netflix share. Yeah, so we're up a good amount today. That's good. I just hope our little account stays green today, because that Beyond Meat play just blew it up. And I need to start making some stuff back on it. So I don't think there's anything else. I might try to place another trade. I might just do another Spy Condor, because the implied volatility is pretty high right now. MACD on the 1 minute might be going down. So Netflix is back up through that level that I liked them through earlier. Spy's got new highs as well, though. Let's see if our put spread is going to go down as much as the call spread, though. We could also add in on the little account just some Condor. It would just average in more onto each side, but it could be a little bit longer of a time frame. So, let's see. They're a bit more volatile right now. They were a bit more earlier. But what I can do is, if I go to trade options and I go out to next Friday, maybe even next Wednesday. I could do next Wednesday and close them out on Monday. Where am I going to be able to go if I want to sell call, if I want to get like about 10 on each side? I could go to 367. So all-time high territory. And then I could also sell some puts all the way down at 343, 344. That's a pretty good area right there. That'll give me about 19 cents credit. See if we get filled at 20. And that'll give us another neutral position on Spy. So fill at 19 maybe. Not getting filled at 19 either. 18's as low as I'll go. Okay, got filled at 18. Okay, so that Condor says we're currently $2 below what the mid of the spread is, but I didn't get filled at the mid. So we're back up through that level again for Netflix, but we got the MACD lines looking to cross again. We might have to move this line up to about here as our new top. KHC crossed to red, okay. Yeah, SPY's looking for new highs now. Like that. That's not completely flat, I don't think, but it's supposed to be my line. But with the MACD, either we break out through the top, which it looks like it wants to do right now, or what's more likely, we have the high RSI, high MACD, we could short it through there. Let's watch it closely here. Greece will introduce national nighttime curfew. Alright, so people are starting to close down a little bit of stuff here again. So basically my entire mini account is just SPY stuff right now. I'm up on the puts, down on the calls, because I'm selling the calls. But I'm up on the Rocket Condor that is not letting me close, so that thing's worthless. And then my SPY Condor that I just opened, I'm up $1 on it. My larger account made a lot from that Netflix spread. The second one that I put in, not the first one, that would be worth way less right now if I had just held it, but I did not. This could be the breakout right here. Let's just extend this to the right. Watch it. What I could do is try day trading an option going down. At the money put is $214. There's our breakdown. I'm not comfortable trying to day trade options on a broker that isn't TD Ameritrade. Because with some of these other ones like Ally, it takes a while to enter your order. Robinhood sometimes doesn't have the best fill times. So I'm just going to keep waiting until I get my Ameritrade figured out, because they have still not. I'm still waiting on a message from them. Oh well. Let's see if we can get a fail from SPY here, though. That would get me some money. There's a lot of fighting going on at that level. See what side wants to come out here. Are there more profit takers or more people that want to buy into this breakout? It looks like it really wants to go down. It's looking really weak down here at the bottom, so we'll see if they get a bounce back. Not quite yet. I'm really liking a breakdown under that level, though. Look at the volume on that candle. Up to 100,000. Just in a minute there. Watching very closely if this is going to be our breakdown. I'm watching. Are they gonna go? Could be any second. Somebody just sold 1 million shares of SPY. They got filled at $356. What? 67 cents less than this? $1 million. That's $356 million. See if this is it right here. MACD's pointing toward it. RSI's pointing toward it. Netflix is turning too, and Netflix kind of makes up SPY as well. This could be a brand new open. Yep. There it goes. Someone sold another million in SPY? Or is that the same thing? I don't know. I don't know why someone would get it for $356. Why they would sell it for that. I wonder if that's just like a glitch or something, or what. Well, that's kind of the breakdown we wanted to see. Yeah, not necessarily worth a day trade right now. I don't know what happened to our list over here. It just glitched out. Now we're just doing all this. I'll look at these again. Here's a white candle. SPY trying to rebound. Netflix stagnating also. Morgan, that's from a few days ago. Trading has become cool again. That was from earlier. Yeah, it's a little earlier. Here's a 3-bar play on the 1 minute on SPY. See that? Got your gray candle, your white candle coming back. Gray candle, short it through there. If we end up going down still. I think it's only a matter of time right here because we're confirming underneath the 9-period SMA. Sometimes with these breakouts, you'll see them come all the way back up and test that line again. But we'll have to see here how this plays out. They're just going to go ahead and shoot on through to new highs now. Right as I was saying, they probably wouldn't. Man. Very interesting. See what happens when they get to day high here. Back up on my Netflix share. Kind of watching this SPY movement. Look like they want to head bullish again. And they look like they want to go through there. Okay. Well, as long as they stay under 358 by Friday, I'll make money on that side. Unless I took my loss on that, but that's a lot of loss. I'm not gonna. Loss is too big right now. I won't take it. I'm gonna wait, see if they can put in a good level. Actually, now that I'm looking, that might be a little more accurate right there. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna real quick look at the earnings calendar. Go by options volume. Vroom. Vroom and Grow Generation Corp. What about Vroom? Let's see Vroom. This is, I think, the stock that Bill Gates endorsed, right? If I go to one day, I might see it's not that long. That might be the IPO right there, yeah. Now there's SPY breakout to the top. Although my puts are starting to make some more money, and so is the Condor a little bit now. So it's kind of keeping us treading right above green for the day on there. But could make a lot of that back tomorrow if we see this SPY kind of cool down today. Very odd to see this MACD so high and then have him break through there. Anyways, let's go check out Vroom. We're going to go to the trade tab and look at the November 20th as our market maker move of $8.84. The option chain looks pretty odd here. We'd have to do $5 wide legs. Do that on the shorter, on the smaller account. I'd probably have to do $500 wide. Okay, so if they're at 40, they probably wouldn't go down to 30. Probably wouldn't go up to 60. If the legs were closer together, I would think about it, but I'm just not. That means there's really no earnings today to look at because nothing else is really high enough volume. So just SPY, Netflix. Let's move this one to maybe Apple. I don't know. Apple, Facebook. let's go to 5 minutes. Facebook jumped up to start the day. $6. Theme park names week today. You know, I'm not going to touch Disney going into earnings. Facebook looking like they want to try to confirm over that 9-period SMA there. Not really anything else to talk about, I don't think. Just watching these shares for like 10 more minutes. So, both accounts are up today. One of them's actually like right at break even today. But both of them combined, I'm up a good chunk today. Let me check through the scanner one more time and see if there's a low RSI on the hour. Yeah, I want to do the hour. APD, I want to see anything that's got like a low MACD. That might give me a good opportunity to sell a put spread on someone. E-gain. Nevada, GFI, kind of saw these already. Gold. I don't know, we could do gold. The MACD doesn't look very good, really. It's not too promising. This one, though. What's the option chain on HBB? They have weeklies? HBB doesn't have options. Okay. I didn't think they would. Not a lot of these smaller stocks do. That one's got MACD lines looking to get closer together, but so does that one. This one doesn't have options. This one does, but I don't like it as much. Richie Bros. Auctioneers. They're trending down a lot. I think I want to wait a bit longer to see if they get a MACD line cross. They're going down steadily. TDF. This one, maybe. I like the look of that MACD. No options on them, though. None on Verx either. WPM. They have one. Down on that right now. Implied volatility raise a little bit on that Condor. So see if we can go back to green on that. There we go. This one might be a play, I think. I'll put it on my watch list. I'm gonna make a new watch list here. Create watch list. Okay, add symbol, and we're just gonna add WPM for now. So we can come and look at this on any short notice if we need to check it out again and see if we're gonna cross above that 9-period SMA. We could actually make a scanner for that. I think with WPM I can do create alert, price, last, no, I want to do something a bit more, last, let's see, maybe 45. Okay, possible reversal. So we'll have a look out for that. We had a time where we tried to confirm over it earlier. The MACD lines tried to cross, we didn't get anything, and now we're even lower in the RSI, so we could see something there. Okay, back to our normal flexible grid, and we'll just, I don't think we'll keep WPM right there right now, because right now, I don't think they have really potential for the next day or so. I don't see any more news on SPY. But the MACD on the 5-minute is pointing to a possible cross maybe around noon? Noon Central, so 1 Eastern maybe? Could see something there. Facebook is looking to turn around to the upside, Netflix possibly down. So it's kind of like a change of the guard for the stocks went up at the beginning of the day, now going down, stuff like that. So there's another big gray candle on SPY. Okay, let's see. Okay. Bit of a turnaround there. I think there's not really anything else I would do today. Liking Netflix to keep trending up. I got in at 482.57, so my entry I'll put in 482.57. That's my entry. That's where I got in yesterday. Yellow. yellow, I guess. Okay. Few more minutes here. SPY is cooling off now. That's making the account go back up a little bit. Specifically off the call spread that I sold, because that went up all the way to 43. I sold those things at an average of 23 a share. So they stay where they are. They don't go up another $1.25 by Friday. We'll be good. So and they do look like they're running out of steam right now on the 5-minute. So we might be about to see a correction that might, I mean, I don't have any technical analysis to give you on this other than the indicators here: high RSI, high MACD, lowering volume, could be a big volume spike waiting if we sell off underneath this line. But if this trend ends, like, I could see it going to here. I don't have any, that's just my guess at this point. I don't have any solid information that it could go to this area. I'd have to wait until I figure out what Fibonacci retracements are, which is something I'm still educating myself on so I can make a video about it. So couple minutes left here. SPY is turning around again. Trading higher for session. Yep, continue to rally following what? Positive COVID-19 vaccine and treatment updates. And effective vaccine could spur a rebound in economic activity. Yes, it could, but we're almost to all-time highs already. So how much further up are we going to go without seeing a correction at some point? Alrighty, let's see here. We've got about 45 seconds left until 11 Central. I think, I'm gonna watch WPM next couple of days. I might look at it for a buying opportunity on them if we see a good MACD RSI reversal there. And for SPY, I'm still neutral to bearish on them. We'll see that. WPM's precious metals, they could be like gold stuff. And then bullish on Netflix, bearish to neutral on SPY. We'll see what happens there. Looking for new day highs again. So trend will have to weaken sometime. And MACD's getting dangerously close here. So we'll see. Alrighty, well, that is it for today. I hope you guys liked it. I'll be back same time tomorrow, given tomorrow is not a bank holiday that I don't know about. I'm pretty sure it's not. Yeah, so happy Veterans Day, and I will see you guys later.